Crew Territory is back. It's Braun and Kratz, and we got a special guest for you. He is the new skipper of the Milwaukee Brewers. We thought it would never happen. I'm in tears. Pat Murphy's going to lead the freaking Brew Crew, and he comes on the show, and he does not disappoint, Kratz, because I had an ounce of worry that he was going to be a different man, but he was very much the same Pat Murphy that we know, and that is the winning Pat Murphy that I think the Brewers players are expecting.
I'm going to go out on a limb and even say I should ask him during the interview. I go on a limb and say maybe he was the reason that the Brewers were winning the whole time. Now he's just the manager. Counsell's gone. To get out of the way so they can go all the way to World Series.
Mm-hmm. So we got a lot to cover with him. He's already recruiting ToddFather too. So let's run a little combo with new Brewers manager, Pat Murphy.
Pat, great to see you. And I want to start with this because we had Freddie Peralta on the other day, and he said he's going to hold you accountable for this. You cannot change your personality. You have to change the way that you do your job because it's a different job. But can we get you under baseball verbal oath that you will be the same enthusiastic, hilarious, easy to connect with Pat that we've always had for years in Major League Baseball?
Nah, I don't know, man. I might just tighten up, get that bunghole a little tight, and just act all serious like I got power, and I don't know. I don't know how else to be. So tell Freddie, he's safe.
No. You know how to be. You can just go back to that facade you used to put on in college where you're just like, oh, I'm happy. Oh, Arizona's coming in. We're going to fight these guys. Pedroia, go get them. Kill those guys.
Ish, what are you doing, Ish? You guys ever see that movie, Woody Harrelson in the bowling movie?
Kingpin.
Yes.
The Amish guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good.
That's who he called me. But he was getting his characters mixed up because Woody Harrelson in that movie is bald, but he has the hair that he just constantly pulls back. And so he found out that I was Mennonite, and as a historian that Murph is, he was like, "Oh, well, that's like Amish." He's like, "You're Ish, you're Ish from that movie." So that's where
I love that.
That's where he got the name.
Hey, Pat. So you find out this news. Obviously, we're having you on here for the first time as manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. Was this a must-have goal in your life? Because I feel like you really loved your bench coach role and you were at peace with what you were doing and you loved the organization. So if this never happened, would you have been okay? Or in your mind, were you like, I got to get a crack at being a full-time big league manager and see if I can win a World Series and run this operation the way I think I can?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know that I got a perfect answer. Did I want to manage? Yes. Did I love the Brewers? Did I love the situation? It was a good situation for me and my young family. Obviously, working with a guy that I had a long relationship with, getting to kind of be myself. But this just kind of happened. I didn't force it. I didn't push for it. I was totally content going someplace else. I was totally okay with what was going to happen. I just stopped. I'm at the point in my life where I just stopped pushing for things and more about just be really good at the where my shoes are. So when this all came about, it felt natural, and I'm just continuing to take it in stride if I can.
Hey, was this a situation? What's going on, big dog? How you been? All right.
How are you, man?
Good.
Great
Good
to
to
see
see
you.
you. We've
How
always
you
had
swinging?
How am I swinging? Hey, my fungo game is really good right now to my 10-year-old son's team. It's actually really good.
Nice. It's probably not though because you're not getting evaluated. You're still hitting those backspin grounders.
Damn it! How did you know that? you know how to pitch me all too well. That's
No.
good. I use the metal bat still. I don't even use the fungo. I'm the small metal bat guy. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the fungo, man.
Yeah.
I
can believe that.
Yes, for sure. Let me ask you this. So you go out, you're the bench coach for a long time. All of a sudden, this manager job comes in. Is this like, all right, this is the time now. Like, this is my time to go out there and finally be the manager? Or was it like, all right, I got to sit down with my wife. What am I going to do here? I'm nervous, this and that. Like, go through the whole process with it. I think people want to know that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't sit down with my wife because I don't have one, but
Okay, I apologize.
12, 13 other girlfriends. Yeah, I sat with them all, asked their opinion. And then, to be honest, no, I just felt like this was a transition. This was a simple thing to do. It felt right. It's not about me. It's just not. It's about the Milwaukee Brewers 2024. It's about Freddie Peralta. It's about Burns. It's about these guys from player 1 to player 60. It's about them. And my job is to, like an offensive lineman, like you open holes and you hope they run through it. And you hope you open the right hole, but you just keep doing it. You don't ask for credit. It isn't about you. It doesn't define you. It's not who I am. It's just what I do. And I want to do it. I want to do it well.
How are you going to handle the fact that the rest of this offseason, going into the season, you just said it's about the 40, 60 guys, however many it takes to win another division for the Brewers? They don't get enough talk about it because they just keep winning. You guys just keep winning. How are you going to handle the fact that really this season hinges on one player in Corbin Burns, whether he gets traded or he doesn't? How do you handle that as a new manager? You're in a new role. You know him. You know these guys. You know what makes them tick. You know how happy Freddie can be. You know how redneck Wader can be. How do you navigate if Corbin Burns, and I want you to tell us if he is or isn't going to be on the team, is on the team, how do you navigate that to win another Central Division championship?
The great thing the Brewers have done, especially when you were there, Eric, like we just took guys that nobody knew much about. We just took guys and you keep your standards what they are. The standards are, we're going out to win tonight and play good. And if somebody has to step up, they step up. We're not relying on guys that are, grizzled veterans all the time. We're relying on people that we have. Okay, who's next to step up? That's always been the charge here, and I think it'll continue. I think Corbin's going to be with us, but if they get a great package, like any of these guys with a year left, it makes sense if you get the right package. Somebody wants to get crazy, it makes sense to move a player. It's not my choice, but it is what it is, and you adjust.
So what is the next move you think for the Brewers right now? Is there free agents?
We need a third baseman, maybe full time. Frazier to third, from the booth.
You're killing me right now, bro. I'm actually getting the itch right now to come back. You're firing me up. I don't know.
You'd be good.
Well, you know what? Just your presence alone.
Yes.
Our environment that you shunned us how many times when we wanted to sign you? You signed with the. I'm trying to
such
think.
a lie.
No, you just kept shunning us, and then
Never.
now. Yeah.
I blame it on Jeff Cedar. He bothered me too much over there at third base. Cedar, man.
Yeah, he's a beautiful man.
He is. He was the best.
No, it's what was your question? I'm just thinking about saying, if you could do it. You're only 2 years out, right?
Yeah, I'm only bro. You are on the ball right now. I love this. I could come in first, third base, DH. You
lost him.
He lost.
Dude, he dropped his phone.
I got a text from Arnold. He just said, "Stop it."
Yes.
Hey, ToddFather, come on back. Come on back.
Listen,
he could talk you out of retirement right now. It's not too late.
Don't be afraid. What are you fearful of?
Never.
Because other people don't do it. You haven't listened to what other people do the whole time.
Never. Never. You're right. 100%. You know what? Guys, I got to go. I'm going to get ready. Now, screw this interview.
He didn't announce his retirement, Pat. That's a fact.
Yeah, just show up in Maryville and just say, look, I want a chance. Pay me whatever you think.
That's it.
When the ball starts leaving the yard, you let me know. We need a guy in the middle of the order. Somebody that scares the guys. Mm-hmm. Somebody's not afraid of a number one. Somebody that can, get a little swagger, walk into the dish with a little edge.
Yeah, I love that.
Where the hell are you? Where are you guys going? Why are you quitting? What are you, 32? How old are you?
I'm 30. Damn, bro. I feel like a little kid now. I'm 37, bro. I got to get going. You're right.
37. Oh, Jesus. That 37, that's really old. Take a
Listen,
look at me. You want to know old?
yeah.
No.
I'm coming to spring training. I'm going to do what Willie Mays did. Feel like he got cut. I'm jumping right on the field. And guess what? No, I don't even need a jersey. I'm ready to go.
I'm telling you, man. Presence in the middle of the order, your perspective now from being away from it, your kids will love it. Now your kids, how old are your kids?
9, 8, and 5.
Oh,
Perfect.
my God. Now they know it. Now they know what's going on. What number did you wear, Fraser? I forgot.
21.
I bet you can get 21.
Oh,
You know who's wearing-
look at this guy.
Wait,
We got action over here.
I'm
okay,
telling you.
Murph, we got action.
You know
are
who's wearing
recruiting.
21?
Who? He's wearing 20.
Oh.
That's easy money then. That's fine. You'll give it. It's cool. Thanks.
I don't need a Rolex. I don't need money.
Yeah.
I need you to show up in the right mindset. That's it.
See, this is what people don't understand. This is the type of managers you freaking need in baseball right now. No cookie cutter bullshit, bro. Listen, I need a guy that's going to step up and have some fucking balls. Excuse my language. You need some balls here, man. I love this about him. You don't see this too often in baseball anymore. And that's the type of guy that's going to come in to Milwaukee, as he's been there before, and ask guys, prove yourself again. Last year's in the past. Let's go. Prove yourself to me why you're a beast. Why? Step up to the plate, have some swagger. I love that shit. Love it.
And stop worrying about all the wrong shit. It's about competing. It's about being present. It's about the next pitch. Can't do nothing about the last pitch. It's about the next pitch. And Fraze, you did it as good as anyone. You'd miss that slider by a foot, and then we'd try to waste a heater, and then you'd hit it, 420 in the right center field. And I'm like, what are we doing? You just had this edge that made you great.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Murph, you talk like this in your first, I won't say where it was, but you and I talked about it, your first big league managerial interviews, not your internship at the Padres, but when you first were interviewing, did you talk like this, or have you changed your approach in your years and you spoke like this in your job interview?
My interviews with the Brewers was just like straightforward. I know the people. I know the guys. They didn't even offer me water or peanut or cracker or nothing. In there dry. It's unbelievable.
They're worried about your heart.
Water. I didn't get there was no breaks. I had to pee like a racehorse, and I was like, I got nothing. And then, but we spoke openly, and they're great guys, and they know where I'm coming from, and it was easy.
But what about your other interview? Did you talk like this, or you felt like you had to be kind of closed off and like this persona?
Yeah, no. I didn't. With women, I'm different. You know what I mean? Like
I can't, man. He's tripped.
We've been on here for 10 minutes now. This is the entire answer for Scott to know if he is going to be the same person or not. Murph doesn't know how to not be Murph. And I think the difference though is Murph he may not admit this, he's soft and caring also. As much as he's joking and he could rub people the wrong way, he is also soft and caring. And if I'm a Brewers fan, because the Cubs don't spend any money except for on their manager, I would be excited that the Brewers are going to win another championship, whether they have another division championship, even though the Brewers haven't spent any money yet.
I have a follow on that last comment. So you're boys with Craig Counsell. We love him. He's done a great job, obviously, with Milwaukee for a long time and now moves on to the Cubs, okay? So let's spin it forward. First Brewers-Cubs battle. This isn't about you. I mean, you don't have that same juice. Like, your friends, like, you want to beat him, but you want to beat him and the Cubs just like you do want to beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. Take another layer back, though. You've been with this organization for a while. Whether people are right or wrong, and I think they're wrong, criticizing Craig for leaving, Milwaukee's pissed about it. Your owner's pissed about it, right? Do you feel like there will be a lot of extra juice in that series? And will you even fire up the boys a little bit more and be like, let's win this one for Milwaukee? I mean, also, let's keep in mind, Pat, this is sports. This is fun. Like that is good for baseball to have this rivalry going right now.
Yeah, I think it's good for baseball. I think what Counts did can be viewed in many different ways. I've been close with this guy since he was 17 years old, so I don't need to comment on anything. We'll always be close. It doesn't matter what happens. We could fight, and Counts could jump on my back during a brawl, and we're still going to be, that would be his best strategy. But that's going to be what it is. Will there be extra juice? I think people will. It's just going to be so exposed. I think the fans and the people around it will be very, very interested. No,
we got all of it up until you said, "Will there be extra juice?" Like, so, I mean, sold out crowd, the whole deal. So, like, tell me what that's going to be like.
Yeah, I think it'll be worth the price of admission. I really do. I think there's going to be a lot of people very interested. There'll be high emotion in the game. Players will feel that. There's so much energy. You guys know. There's so much energy from the stands, even in those games. I mean, Kratzy, talk about 163, man. That was incredible. Yelly came in one inning. He's like, Murph, I can feel the ground moving. Like that's the energy from the fans. Like that's we're going to have some of that in that series, I'm sure. And they're going to spend a shit ton of money here in the next month, and they'll be odds-on favorite to do a lot of things.
Love that last part. Spend that money, baby. That's what more teams need to do. I'm kind of smiling right now because I know this answer is going to be pretty funny. I would assume. I think people want to know, like, talk to us what goes on during your day. I want to hear like a full day of you. After a Sunday night, you wake up Monday morning. Give us the perspective of your full day now.
I'll give you today, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Today I woke up around 5:30. My two kids are in bed with me, my 9-year-old, my 4-year-old. My 9-year-old's snoring a little bit. So then I go downstairs and I get their breakfast ready. My one guy needs a certain shake, like a protein shake. He doesn't have a great diet yet, but I give him a protein shake with all sorts of vegetables and fruit in it. And then make bacon for my little guy. And then they get up. They get on their videos, their YouTube videos. And I've already done my notes for the day, planning for the day. Phone calls start rolling in, texts start rolling in. I do a little meeting planning. I have a meeting tonight at 6:30. It's pretty important. My caregiver that I'm about to hire full time is coming to meet with me with her husband, and I want to make sure that I get that down. I got a scheduled meeting with Arnold here at 1:30 Arizona time. So I'll prepare a little bit what I want to include in that. So I like to write everything down. Then I went this morning out here to Exos to meet Alex Bregman. We haven't seen each other since the season. We've got some kind of goofy connection, but I'm going to go and hit with him after his workout here at Exos. My 22-year-old is working out here also, so I get to see him. I get to bring his little brothers out to him. But then I'm going over in Chandler to hit with Bregman and just kind of observe and whatever, Then, I get home. We've got 9U practice tonight. I've got that meeting with my caregiver and her husband. Household duties, get them food. Be dad and be baseball. Never a dull moment.
No.
You definitely need to write this down.
Yeah,
you need to write it all down. Especially at your age, you'll forget half that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a TV on? Do you have a TV on during the day, or does the TV stay off?
TV's off.
Okay, well, if you do turn a TV on, I didn't hear in there from 1 to 3 that you tune in to FT
Well, it's
Live.
on demand.
This is a live show. Like, we can just put that on, cue it up.
Right. I need somebody to come to the house and get that on the TV for me. I need a personal assistant, Kratzy, if you're looking for employment. I know you got 14 children, but I'd like to.
Yeah. True.
Hey,
I'll be your personal assistant, but you have to call me. You have to call me either Dr. Kratz every day, or you have to make me your bench coach and kick your other bench coach and make him the assistant bench coach. But I'm not going to be at any games.
You just from a distance.
I'm going to be your virtual bench coach. Yes.
Associate virtual bench coach.
I kind of figure I'm going to get that anyways because the comments I'm going to get in the text. Nice decision.
You know it. You know it. You know I'm going to be over here, and here's my question for you, and this is completely off topic because we were just talking bench coach. Are you still going to be here? Are you still going to be here?
No, I might go here.
You're already.
Can you remember him? Let's give him to the world. Let's give him to the world. Can you remember him?
5. If I start with a 5, it means nothing.
Nothing.
This
start with a 1.
Is
nothing.
On you. 1, nothing. 2, you're picking over. 3.
No, Kratzy, jeez.
Come on,
man.
What is it?
Let Frazier figure this out. This is pretty sure.
Frazier doesn't know.
First number, if it's 1, 5, or a fist, there's nothing on no matter what I get.
Nothing.
I'm always going to give you 3 numbers. 1, 5, or fist, nothing's on. Okay? So that gives me 2, 3, 4 to work with. If I start with a 2, 3, 4, we go to the second number. The second number is even, we're live. If the second number is odd, we're dead again. Can't figure them out. Can't be deciphered. It's unbelievable.
That's not that hard.
I forgot it. It's my fault. Okay.
You can't pick them. Well, wait a minute. You never even looked over. What are you talking about?
No. That's not true. That's not true. You
got him.
You would give me this more than anything.
Use your damn brain.
So that was Murph's way of saying, I don't think he'll go, but if I say this and he goes, I still look good. Because when Counts turns around like this, he goes, turns around and looks at you, you're like, hey, I told him.
Smart man.
I go, hey, in case I'm not paying attention, I'll just go like this. They'll think on the other side, they'll think like, hey, I know what's going on. Hey, he went like this. Maybe they know something.
Yep. Shadows.
One more for you before we let you jump. So fan question, I'll mix them together. Jackson said and it's funny, Jackson asking the question. Maybe it's him. Is Chourio opening day center fielder? And then D-Rod asking who's playing first base for the Brewers. By the way, you lost one of the top shit talkers in the game in Ratty Tellez. The Brewers-Pirates rivalry is on too. But your thoughts on what's happening in center and at first this year?
Yeah, center field, we've got some great options. Garrett Mitchell is a ball player, as talented as anybody in that position. Young player with a great upside. Joey Weimer is a tremendous defender, and I believe Joey Weimer will figure it out because he's the right kid and he's got aptitude and he's not afraid. He'll make adjustments. He's also a great center fielder. Sal Frelick can play center field, among other places. Chourio, he's number 94 right now, but when he makes it to the big leagues, he'll be number 11. But it's, I'll tell you, we got some options in center field. First base, a lot of options, but Jake Bowers is with us. Really hasn't had a full-time chance in the big leagues. We're excited for him. Tyler Black is a kid that's played mostly third coming up. He's got to make the team. He'll start in AAA, one or the other. Owen Miller has played there in the past, and who knows? We could acquire a first baseman, or Fraze can come up back, play a little first.
Let's go. He's cheaper than Carlos Santana.
I could be a catcher too now. No.
He can't. No, he can't.
No, good.
Murph's not an idiot. He's old.
Go ahead, EK. EK, you got one more, and then Jack Flaherty's coming up.
I do.
licks.
So we got to make it quick so that Murph gets off of here so we can have a real big leaguer on here. But, Murph, I saw you say that about Chourio.
Kratzy, nothing you can say. Nothing you can say because I know you. So just remember that.
I know, but I saw you say that about Chourio. You got interviewed soon after he got his contract about him needing to earn his number. What does that mean to you because of the entire journey? You've had to earn everything you've gotten. What does that mean to you that a young kid like that has to earn his number?
Yeah, I don't know that I've earned everything I got, and I consider myself fortunate. But earned is a tough word. Players earn things. I think Chourio has to come into spring training with the right mindset. He doesn't have to produce necessarily. He has to come with the right mindset, and I mean that sincerely. And he has to be aware of what it takes to be a big leaguer and what it takes for him to be a big leaguer. And when he does that, he'll be in the big leagues. But until he does that, he'll be number 94.
There it is, Murph. Well, don't hold too tight to your number. We're going to spend the next few weeks trying to talk Frazier into making the trip out to Arizona. So you'll see ToddFather soon, a revamped relook.
Is he a big league camp invite, Murph, or is he going to be on the Cloverleaf and then have to come over for the games?
No, he can just show to the games and rake in the games, and then we'll talk about it later. You don't need to take ground balls and stretch out. It's show and go.
You know how I was. I didn't need to hit. Just give me a damn bat. I was fine with it. Let's go.
Show and go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Just
Pat,
take
we appreciate you. We're going to work on it, Pat. I know you got 9 other things on the itinerary today, so get after it. Congratulations in all seriousness again. And we enjoy the combos, and this is going to be the first of many as the head honcho there in Milwaukee, all right? We'll talk to you soon.
Have me on again in October or November.
You got it.
Sooner before that
time, baby.
I will say this for Pat Kratzy. He's got some young talent coming his way. There's already some on the big league roster. The Brewers about 5 years ago, I want to say, and I'm being a little rough with my estimate, had a bottom 5 farm fit system in that range, right? They were known for a competitive ball club, but not much in terms of ammo that they could bring up to help them out. That is very much not the case anymore. There's quite a few battles that will go on in spring training, and Baseball America unveiled their top 100 prospects list. The Brewers have 5 dudes on that list. Jackson Chourio is number 2. If he crushes in spring training, nothing will hold him back because he's already signed for a billion years, and they can just call him up on opening day and let Brewers fans enjoy him and put the best product on the field so they can win this division, because they are not looking like they're going to be super active this offseason. So they need the young dudes to have a year.
This is the environment you want young guys to come up in. They want to win, and they need you. So if you're a young guy in the Brewers organization and there's 5 in the top 100, you have an opportunity to come into a big league team that has an expectation of winning. And all the moves they've made so far this offseason, they haven't made a ton of crazy ones. They moved out House. They moved out Tyrone Taylor. You have an opportunity to come into big league camp, and an opportunity that a lot of young guys do not have across Major League Baseball, the other 29 teams. You come into a team that wants to win, but you know what? They won it with the pieces that they have here. So it's not like, oh, well, I always get screwed over. They're always getting free agents. This is an opportunity. And the Brewers have it in different positions. Their top 3 guys are outfielder, pitcher, and catcher. So you're moving in positions that there's a lot to be done from the minor leagues having success in the big leagues, and they've proved it that they can A, win, and B, use guys from the minor leagues. So if I'm a Brewers fan, I'm juiced about the future. But also if I'm a Brewers minor leaguer, one of these hundreds of guys in the minor leagues, I know there's an opportunity. All I have to do is go out and do well.
Yeah, you're going to get the call. They will call you up because they're not doing a ton, say, in the free agent market. So this is a team that's going to operate like a smaller market. That's what they are. I think they're actually technically, right, the smallest B market in Major League Baseball. They don't operate that way time to time. They're definitely not the cheapest team. and they definitely have much more success than most teams. And that's
They don't
part of
break
why
it-
we do this show.
Yeah, they don't break it down, and you're right around the 5 years, could have been 6 years, somewhere in there. How many organizations go from the worst minor league system, one of the worst, bottom 5, to one of the top 5 while only missing the playoffs for one time? Like, that is what the Brewers are doing, and to me, this bodes well for what David Stearns did, yes, but a lot of this stuff was going on under Matt Arnold's watch, because David Stearns needs to be running the big league team, and Matt Arnold's watch is really that minor league development, what those guys are doing and how it correlates to the big leagues. And so it shows who you have at the helm from the top, moving down to Murph, which moves down to the coaches, which moves down to the players. Like, it's a well-oiled machine in a small market, and other teams need to look and see what they're doing because they're getting the most out of what they got.
They have a pitching lab. It's very secretive. They're not the only ones, but I know that is one thing that they're very proud of among many others. But it is not easy to do that, be a lower budget organization, and be winning, and then pick at the back of a draft pretty frequently. The Dodgers obviously get applauded for that, but they have all the resources in the world. So yeah, Milwaukee's doing it right. I feel like we're a walking promo commercial for them right now, but it's time to give them a little love. This was the day for it, with them cracking plenty of players on that Baseball America list. So that's it for us on Brew Crew Territory. We bring on Brewers players every week for you. So tune in for the next one for Kratz on Braun. And if you're watching us, you can listen to us. Just type the name of this show into wherever you get your favorite pods, and we'll see you next time.